Hello everyone, welcome to the next lecture on the Mobius transformation. Today I will explain you the concept of the fixed points of the Mobius transformation. Myself Dr. Harishkar, you can follow and subscribe my YouTube channel. What we have discussed so far, we have described the concept of the Mobius transformations and the matrix format of the Mobius transformation. You can watch these lectures under my playlist Complex Analysis, and you can see the pole, critical points, Mobius transformations, conformal mappings, and many more lectures available in this playlist. This is a single playlist. You can follow and subscribe the channel for the complete complex analysis. Now in this lecture we will learn the idea of the fixed point. Once you can learn the idea of the fixed point from this lecture, you are able to answer all these 6 questions: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You can note down these questions, and once I will complete my lecture, you can put your answer in the comment box and let me know how many of you are able to understand this today's lecture. Now let capital D is the subset of the C infinity. What is the C infinity? As I mentioned you in our previous lectures, the C infinity is called as the extended complex plane, or you might be heard about the word of the Riemann sphere. The C infinity is defined as collection of all those complex planes along with the one point called as the infinity. Then we can say any point Z which belongs to the D is said to be the fixed point, whenever T of Z is same as of the Z. As we have described, T of Z is Z. That means, what is the meaning of that? That means if you draw the graph of, say for example, any graph, this is my T of Z, fine, and this is the value of the Z. How you can draw the graph of the Z? This is the value of the Z. So this point is coincide with the T of Z, and that point is called as the fixed point of the Mobius transformation. Fine. So in other words, you can say the point which coincides with the Mobius transformation is known as fixed point. For example, first of all, if you look about Z is equal to 0, then what is the value of the T of Z? Which is 0, which is same as Z. So yes, 0 is the fixed point of the first part. Can you say 1 is the fixed point? Look at that. If Z is equal to 1, what is the value of the T of Z? It is again 1. I can say this number is also fixed point. Can you say Z is equal to minus 1 is a fixed point? You can see T of Z. What is the value of the T of Z? It is my plus 1, which is not equal to Z. Hence, for the first case, 0, 1 and infinity, if you substitute Z is infinity, what is the value of the T of Z? Infinity square is infinity, which is same as Z. Fine. Or graphically, if you draw the graph of the Z square, fine, and if you draw T is equal to Z, so these 2 points 1 and Z are my 0 and 1 are the critical points. Similarly, can you look about this case? Is Z is equal to 1 is a fixed point? Yes. Is Z is equal to 0 is the fixed point? No. Why? Because T of Z is my, when Z is equal to 0, which is infinity, which is not equal to 1. Can you say Z is equal to minus 1 is the fixed point? We can check what is the T of Z minus 1, which is equal to Z. Yes, 1 and minus 1 are the two fixed point of the functions. Can you find the fixed point? There are the no fixed point. Why there is no fixed point? You can see if there is a fixed point, you can write, which is not possible. 0 is not equal to minus 1. So that means it has no fixed point in the finite complex plane. But if you consider the C infinity, then clearly say Z is equal to infinity is my fixed point. I can recall that C means infinity does not belong to the C, while in the C infinity, infinity belongs to the C infinity. Another one is, you can say the function iota z divided by mod of z. has no fixed point in the c minus 0. Similarly, the reflection z minus z is mapped to like t of z is equal to z complex conjugate is, first of all, it's not a Mobius transformation. Why? Because the Mobius transformation is az plus b cz plus d, but you can see it's a complex conjugate, it's not a Mobius transformation. Now, how you can find actually the Mobius transformation of the functions? It's a very simple. For any Mobius transformation or the bilinear transformation, by the definition of the Mobius transformation, we have z is equal to tz. So I can substitute the value of the z and tz. Az plus b, cz plus d. So if you solve them, it's a cz square plus dz minus az plus b is equal to 0. Or I can take as a z common, then it becomes d minus a, z minus b is 0. Now you have the two cases. Case 1, because it's a quadratic equation, case 1 is when c is non-zero. Case number 2, when c is equal to 0. Fine. So what will happen if c is my non-zero? How many? It's a quadratic equations. Fine. So can you find the roots of the equation number 1? How you can find the root of the equation number 1? So once is a quadratic equation, you can write as a minus b plus minus b square d minus a whole square minus 4a into c divided by 2 into a. Fine. Now you can, we all know this equation has one root and two root. When it will be the one root, we all know it is the only one root when the discriminant, that is a b square minus 4ac is my 0, and the two roots whenever the discriminant quantity is my non-zero. What is the discriminant quantity in this category is this part. So that means the roots of these quadratic equations are my 1 or 2 depending upon whether the discriminant is 0 or non-zero. Second case, what will happen if c is equal to 0? When c is equal to 0, then your equation becomes d minus a. Fine. So this becomes d is equal to b over d minus a is one fixed point. Fine. Also, what will happen to the given bilinear transformation when c is equal to 0, which implies t of z is az plus b divided by d. Then clearly say z is equal to infinity is the another fixed point. Fine, because when you substitute infinity, t of z is also infinity. Therefore, whenever c is my 0, you have the two fixed point. One is b divided by d minus a, and second is z is equal to infinity. So infinity and b over d minus a are the fixed point. But again, make sure, because the denominator is d minus a, so clearly say a is not equal to d. And whenever a is equal to d, then only infinity is my fixed point. So what you can conclude about that, whenever you have the Mobius transformation, it has only one fixed point if c is equal to non-zero and the discriminant quantity is my 0. It has a one fixed point and other is infinite whenever c is equal to 0 and a is not d, and so on for the other cases. Now look at the numerical examples. Find the fixed point of the bilinear transformations. So what is the definition of the fixed point? By the definition, t of z is equal to z. There is no need to remember these four formulas. Fine, it is not an easy target that you can remember this formula. So how you can find the fixed point? I can start with the definition. I can substitute the value 2 minus z is equal to z. So can you solve them? If I open this bracket, this will be 2z minus z square. That implies z square minus z is equal to 0. So can you find the value of the z? Z is a common. Z minus 1 is equal to 0. Hence 0 and 1 are the two fixed point of the given bilinear transformation. You can check your answer in the examination as well. When you can substitute z is equal to 0, what is the value of that t of z? Which is 0, and it is same as z. On the other hand, when you substitute z is equal to 1, what is the value of the t of z? 1 divided by 2 minus 1, 1, which is again same as z. Look at the second example. Find the fixed point. Again, by the definition, t of z is equal to z. I can substitute the value tz minus 4 divided by z minus 1 is equal to z. Now you can open this bracket or you can cross multiply them. It's a z square minus z. Now it's a quadratic equation. I can move all values on the right hand side. Z square minus 4z minus minus plus 4 is equal to 0. Can you factor them? The factor will be z minus 2, z minus 2, which is equal to 0. Hence, z is equal to 2, 2 are the fixed point of this bilinear transformation. Fine, it's a quadratic equation. So 2 is the only fixed point of this bilinear transformation. And you can check your answer also. Whenever z is equal to 2, what is the value of the tz? 6 minus 4 over 2 minus 1, which is equal to 2, which is same as z. Look at the next example. Find the fixed point of the bilinear transformation. So again, I can start with the tz is equal to z. That implies z minus 1 over z plus 1, which is equal to z. Now you can simplify it. Z minus 1, which is equal to z square plus z. Clearly say z and z will be cancelled, which implies z square plus 1 is equal to 0. Hence, because z is a complex number, so plus minus iota. So therefore, you can say z is equal to iota and minus iota are my two fixed point of this given bilinear transformations. Again, you can check whether z is equal to iota is the fixed point or not. If in the examination, then what is the t of z? Iota minus 1 divided by iota plus 1. Now you can rationalize them. 1 minus iota, 1 minus iota. The numerator becomes, I can take and minus is common, 1 minus iota square. Denominator is a square minus b square. So you can see a square plus b square minus 2ab divided by 2. So that is again iota. You can also check that, can I say 0 is the fixed point? Can I say 0 is the fixed point of the given transformation? You can see what is the value of that t of z at the point 0. 0 minus 1 over 0 plus 1, which is minus 1, which is not equal to 0. So therefore 0 is not the Mobius transformation. Look at this another one. Again, I can start from that tz is equal to z. Fine. I can substitute the value. I can cross multiply them. It's a z square plus iota z, which is equal to 3 iota z plus 1, which implies z square minus 2 iota z minus 1 is equal to 0. Now you can factor them. If you are unable to factor them, I can use the formula of the discriminant. Minus b is a b square minus 4ac. ac is my minus 1, it's a plus 1 divided by 2. So the answer is, it's a 4 iota square is a minus 4 plus 4 cancel, 2 iota divided by 2, that is only iota is the fixed point of this given function. Look at the next one. Find the fixed point of the bilinear transformations. Again, we can start from the tz is equal to z. I can start from that 2 plus iota into z minus 2 divided by z plus iota is equal to z. You can cross multiply them. 2 plus iota into z minus 2, which is z square plus iota z. So I can simplify them. Z square plus iota z minus 2z minus iota z plus 2 is equal to 0. iota and iota will be cancelled out. Z square minus 2z plus 2 is equal to 0. Can you factor them? Which is equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So that will be 2 plus minus 4 minus 8, which is minus 4. If you take the root, it's a 2 iota divided by 2. So 1 plus minus iota. Therefore, the 1 plus iota and 1 minus iota are the fixed point of the given transformation. Fine. Now I hope you can easily find the fixed points of all those questions which I have mentioned in the starting one. So can you find all these 6 questions and let me know your answers in the comment box, so that I can see whether you are able to understand the concept behind these points or not. I will upload the next lecture on the various properties of the Mobius transformation very soon. Till then, you can share this video with your friends, like and comment on the videos. Happy learning, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Best wishes always. Thanks for the watch.